You've been wasting my time, Varric. It stops now.
Seeker, you wound me.
The champion nearly starts a war, and you're all too happy to bury it beneath your words. You will tell me about the Qunari.
What's left to say? The Arishok was killed and a champion crowned.
And yet we had Orlesians threatening sanctions of every kind and measure. What happened at Chateau Hain? What happened with Talis?
You've heard about her?
We had someone there, but they lacked your access. Whatever Talis was to the champion, it seems like it angered a nation.
Thousands of lives were at stake, Seeker.
Perhaps one still is.
Nicely non-specific. All right, let me set the scene. An ambush, an invitation, a hunting party. All because of Talis.
And of course, there's no one.
All I know is it had something to do with you and nobles. Edge is usually very reliable.
Maybe he got lost. I get lost all the time. Usually I just change where I'm going.
Feels like an ambush.
Why? It's not always an ambush. All right. Maybe sometimes it's an ambush.
And there is the champion of Kirkwall. You die today. Oh! Kill all of them!
Well, what are you waiting for?
Who the blazes is that?
Don't know. Kill people dead.
Sloppy. You'd think the crows would be better at this. They've been doing it for ages.
Not one more step before you tell me who you are.
Ah, the suspicious sort, I see.
You get used to it.
Your timing is a little convenient.
Oh, I didn't arrange this, but it's no coincidence I'm here. My name is Talis, and I've been looking for you.
Looking for me?
Looking for the woman who has an invitation to Chateau Hain, to be specific.
Oh, that's what Edge was on about. You remember? Duke Prosper, the one who fawned all over you at the Champion of Kirkwall banquet. He talked about a hunt.
No, I don't remember.
I wouldn't dismiss it out of hand. The Duke is a delightful host, or so I hear.
Let me guess, this isn't just a social call?
I need to relieve him of something he has no right to possess. And I can't do it alone.
You mean theft?
Well, stealing from Orlesians is never wrong. Or so I've been told.
This isn't how I was planning to ask you this. I was picturing an introduction with less blood.
What makes you think I steal things just because people ask me to?
I may have talked you up a bit. Maybe more than once.
Oh, Varric.
Or I could tell everyone how you slaughtered your way through half of Kirkwall.
All I've heard is that you get things done. I'm hoping that's true.
We barely met, and I'm supposed to help you out?
Isn't that what you do?
She's got you there.
So tell me, what exactly is it you want to steal?
A jewel. The Duke thinks it's valuable, and it is. Just not in the way he believes. What's more, he shouldn't have it in the first place. He who wishes to walk on water must first learn to swim. Come with me to Chateau Hain. I'll explain everything on the way. If nothing else, you get fine wine and fancy company. But I hope you want more than that.
So, that meeting with Edge?
The one that turned into an ambush just now.
I changed my mind. Let's not go.
We'll head out when you're ready, and I'll explain on the way. The jewel we're after is called the Heart of the Many.
Interesting name.
Interesting jewel. All I care about is getting it away from the Duke. Here's the problem. The heart is in a vault, behind who knows what kind of traps. Protected by a private army of Orlesian chevaliers. All inside a fortress that was designed to be impregnable. And let's not forget, it's on the side of a mountain, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by monsters.
Andrastes, dears Prosper, when is this going to get started?
Presently. All right, everyone? You'll know the tradition, yes? The first to find and slay a wyvern wins the honors of the evening. And bragging rights, of course. Good luck to you all.
I think you want to move. Now.
Ah, the champion of Kirkwall. These are honored guests. Please excuse Gahir. A polite bodyguard is a contradiction in terms, or so I am told.
A chastened? Here?
Oh yes, you are Ferelden, aren't you? You would know these people.
The Wilders are cannibals, among other things.
I will have to take account of the guests once the hunt is done, then. And who is this lovely specimen?
You flatter me, Your Grace.
And I see you brought assistants, already armed and armored. Wonderful. I must say, your presence is a surprise. When we spoke at the banquet, you seemed uninterested when I mentioned our hunt.
I'm here now, aren't I?
Indeed you are. And we are the richer for your presence. At any rate, I won't keep you from the hunt. Wouldn't want you to fall behind the others, yes?
I don't think I've ever encountered a wyvern before.
And why would you? There are exceptional beasts, magnificent cousins to the mighty dragon. My only advice? Beware their poison. It's the deadliest thing about them, as well as the most valuable.
The other hunters will need the head start.
Confidence. I like it. Good luck to you, my lady. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Enjoy the hunt, my friends. Slaying a wyvern is a treat indeed.
I guess this means we're going on a hunt.
How difficult could it be?
Act like any other hunter for now, but don't get too confident. These things are related to dragons.
And these fools are seriously hunting dragons.
The important part is the celebration the Duke will hold afterwards, in the keep. That's our way in.
I don't want the Duke as an enemy when I return to Starkhaven.
I'm so glad you invited me. I needed to get away from Kirkwall for a while.
Let's get this hunt over with. We need to get into the chateau.
From the Duke's own stables.
Now that's interesting. I've always wanted to learn to cook. You don't mind if I take that, do you, Hawk?
Please return to the other guests.
We'd best get underway before some blighted noble hurts himself.
You have come a long way to join our Duke, Sirrah. You'll pardon me for saying that you do not seem like a hunter. A word of caution since you are new to this. Wyverns spit venom. Their victims suffer terrible pain before they die.
Death is always the result, then?
Depending on exposure, it may take days. But yes, death is always the outcome if the poison isn't treated.
Since people hunt these creatures successfully, I imagine there's a trick to learn.
Ah, there are many tricks. It is best not to face the beasts head-on. Flank them. Blind them if you can.
I'll do whatever I can to avoid being hit, then.
May Andraste keep you safe. If you fail to avoid the venom completely, there are treatments. A distillation of herbs, equal parts, Drakevein, Andraste's mantle, and winterberry can counteract the poison. May the Maker's luck grace your hunt. Be safe, Sirrah. Please, stop making such a fuss.
So these are the hunting grounds.
Are there truly wyverns here? Not just servants dressed up in wyvern suits?
Supposedly. Not that I've ever seen one, though. We just need to look for signs and be careful. We get this over with, we get into the keep.
And that's where the jewel is?
That's where the jewel is. Do dragons and wyverns even mix? I don't think so.
So if we drop part of this in the right spot, we might lure a wyvern out to protect its territory.
Good thought. Do that. Champion of Kirkwall? Fancy title.
It was earned.
So, do you get a stipend? They let you rule the city?
Not yet. Why are you pestering me for?
That altar is very old and creepy. I wouldn't touch it.
this up!
Has anyone seen my bow?
That thing was a juggernaut. A lot of blood. Would that be prey or from a wyvern itself?
I've heard they fight for dominance. Can't be gentle.
Maybe we can use some to draw out rivals. Added to what we have already, is it enough to draw one out of hiding?
I'd say so. A little one. Probably all we need. In the right spot, no doubt.
Have you seen a pair of coursers? I've been calling and calling, but it is no use. Nicodemus should know better, but Sylvain never had an ounce of sense in his head.
I have no idea who or what you're talking about.
My dogs, madame. What else could I mean? They took off after a stag, and the Maker only knows where they've gotten to now. Please, you must help me find them.
If I see your dogs, I'll let you know.
May Andraste guide you. I've good coin for anyone who finds my dogs.
Get back here. I am told weavers roost in the trees.
They should use dogs to flush them. Wyverns tend to, defecate to drive away pursuit.
Just ignore them.
Do we really wish to draw such a creature to us?
You'd think none of them had ever been on a hunt before.
I think we found something. We've a hint of the beast. After it!
There is something in there. A nest, perhaps.
His name with those?
Ghasts. Cave creatures. They don't come out on the surface much, however.
So cold. Oh, blessed Andraste, thank you. I thought I'd die out here. I've been trapped here since last night.
There are wyverns out here. By all rights, you should be dead.
Believe me, I know. I've been praying for deliverance for the last 4 hours. The truth told, I'm not looking for the wyvern. I'm a scholar from Cumberland, researching an Avar cult that once lived here. They worship the Lady of the Skies to the exclusion of all other gods. I'm searching for their shrine.
I think I've been to your shrine. There were nothing but angry spirits at the site.
Nothing else? Pity. I had hoped... Oh, well. Rumors say they were driven from their last refuge. They left a great treasure in the goddess's keeping. But the mountain has defeated me. Please, take my research and see if you can do anything with it. I will try to make it back to camp. Good luck to you, Sarah.
Strange word. It's like a cross between a wife and a sister.
The sooner we get the hunt over with, the sooner we'll be at the chateau to finish this. Now what's this? Is that wyverns mating?
Could we mimic that?
No. Oh, the sound. Right, yes. I can try that. That must be the altar that weird old guy mentioned. What do his notes say? I guess that scholar was right about something. I've got kind of a bad feeling about this place, though. It's an annual tradition the Montfort began to keep the population down. They breed quickly.
And the Orlesian nobility is only too happy to help out.
The Montforts are so close to the Empress, so anything that pleases them is worth pursuing. Plus, you should really try the Aquae Lucidius. You'll be seeing purple dragons in the sky for days.
Nobody step in that.
There you go, Hawk. It seems we're on the trail.
Wonderful.
Is your family really from Kirkwall? I heard you were Ferelden.
My mother's family is from Kirkwall. We left for Eldon during the Blight.
Makes sense. Did you know the Warden?
No. Someone told me he even came to Lothering, but if so, I never saw him.
Oh, a wyvern kill. Some kind of holla or something.
That could be a tunic.
Don't know, don't care. It's fate they liked for some reason. Watch out. There may be guests.
From a
cave, technically.
Master said we needed for an antidote.
I don't think there's enough for a person, though. Maybe we can find a use for it.
Oh, look. Something to drown in.
The Montfort family inherited this mountain from a clan of Navaran dragon hunters. Well, maybe inherited is the wrong word. What do you call it when you kill someone in order to get all their stuff?
Tuesday.
Look, I think he wants us to follow him. Oh no. Poor thing. Wyvern poison. I'm almost certain. Poor thing.
I'll put him out of his misery.
You think we should tell his owner? that's the last of them. For now.
How many are there usually?
A gasling nest can often be 100 or more. Just be thankful we're not underground.
What did you do to Nicodemus? I've never seen Sylvain so worked up before.
The dog was poisoned. I put him out of his misery.
You killed my champion hound? I demand satisfaction.
Well, that was unexpected.
You know, I'm not sure I want to see the creature that made that.
Ugh, well, at least we're getting closer.
Looking for clues.
Ooh, nug bones. I wonder if a nug call would help attract a wyvern.
You know a nug call?
You go elbow deep in wyvern shit, and I'm the weird one?
We must have enough to bait a trap now.
In the right spot, no doubt. Wait, what happened to the birds and everything? Uh-oh.
Whatever caused all this devastation, I want to meet it.
Well, the trail suggests wyverns just love this place to bits. If we were going to find one, it'd be here. Yes, I think this would be the place to find a wyvern. And room enough to kill the thing without getting sat on. They're not stupid, though. We'll need some really good bait.
Think we have enough bait to draw one in?
More than enough. Careful, though, with this much bait, we might have our hands full. But it'd sure be fun.
Lay it all out. I'm bringing the Duke a trophy to talk about.
Yes! I mean, if you're sure. Let's get to it. We've a lot of stuff to lay out, for starters. Right, now the blood. What? The prey needs to be moving, doesn't it? Okay, I'll do the sound. You get ready. Don't look at me while I do this.
Was that good?
You want to do it? Didn't think so.
it isn't the Ferelden turnip. They say you are a champion of some backwater city in the east. Quite an achievement, I'm sure. I suggest you run along with your servants while you have the chance. This wyvern was mine to kill, not yours. Mine! 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 I paid good coin to be the one who wins this contest. It was my turn!
You had your chance, Orlesian, and you failed.
You dare talk to me in such a fashion?
You do realize this woman has nasty little thugs like you for breakfast, I hope?
More insolence! From a knife ear this time! I can't take no more of this. Kill them all! We can't say the wyvern was too much for them.
Now, what is going on here?
Prosper, this blasted she-bitch tried to steal my rightful kill.
Now, is that any way to speak of the champion of Kirkwall, Baron?
This is your fault for inviting a stinking turnip in the first place. Your mother would be ashamed.
Says the man whose mother has slept with half of Valchevin. My apologies. Arlange has always been a cheat. What would you have done with him?
You're not suggesting...
Why not? You believe Arlange would have stopped short of murder, given the chance?
There's only one price for losing.
And such a rude thing for a guest to do.
You can't be serious! You would let this filthy turnip tell you? Ah!
Congratulations on finding the wyvern. It looks like a fine one indeed. There will be a celebration in the chateau courtyard. Do attend when you're ready.
It didn't need to come to that.
The Baron? He was asking for it.
I know. He wasn't very nice, was he? Turnips are terrible vegetables.
That's the kind of man who gives the nobility a bad name.
We should go to the chateau. Time to practice your table conversation. Hunting wyverns. I'll just add that to the...
I'm so glad you invited me. I needed to get away from Kirkwall for a while.
Right. Done with the wyverns. And various nonsense. Back to the chateau?
We're here for a reason. Let's take care of it.
I'm with you. I had a quick look around. There's one door into the castle that isn't under heavy guard.
Is it stuck shut? I bet it's stuck shut.
I can't get it open. And believe me, I tried. Bent a nice set of lockpicks in that stupid door. One of the Duke's guardsmen must have the key. They wouldn't just lock themselves out of the castle. I hope.
Give me a minute alone with this guard. I'll get the key.
No murders. Or clobbering, or whatever you're thinking. It'll be hard enough getting out of here without some servant finding a corpse stuffed into an armoire.
We shouldn't all be seen together. Nobles love to gossip, and we'd be certain to draw their attention that way.
Tallis and I will look for the key. In the meantime, scout out the castle for another way in.
Let's see what we can find out. Come on.
Your Grace, this is the event of the season.
You have truly outdone yourself this time, Prosper.
Ah, at last our mighty heroine. The champion of Kirkwall has the honor of first kill this day. To hunt the Wyvern on its own ground is to tempt fate. A terrible risk. But the prize... I present to you this belt crafted of fine Wyvern skin. Wear it well and accept the accolades you're due.
Let's get to the celebration.
Impatient for the feasting? I can hardly blame you. Do not mind Leopold. My pet is always so temperamental before dinner.
I wouldn't expect a Wyvern hunter to keep one as a pet.
He's a great asset on the hunt. Wyverns are drawn to the scent of their own kind. My friends, I officially welcome you all to Chateau Hain. Enjoy a taste of Orlesian hospitality.
I see several men who might be captains in the Duke's Guard. One of them should have a key.
And how do you...
How else? We ask nicely and tell him we'll give it right back.
Remind me why busting down the door isn't an option? The famous wishing fountain at Chateau Hain. Mother had a whole collection of these Orlesian caprice coins she wanted to cast in there.
She wanted to throw away a coin collection in the fountain? Why?
It's some sort of high society game. The more coins you can throw away, the more important you are, or something. It's very... Orlesian. I didn't ask.
Stand back.
My dear Hawk, do make yourself at home.
You must be very excited to be here in such fine society.
Mother used to love these coins. She never got to bring hers to the fountain.
Why not?
You don't get invited to fancy Orlesian parties when you marry an apostate.
Is something the matter?
This is rubbish. What self-respecting nobleman would dine outdoors at this time of year?
They would never do something so common in Val Royeaux. I insist we go inside at once.
I cannot believe you would make us stand outside like cattle.
Or trees, or buildings, or other things that stand outside.
Don't make such a fuss. I'll let you into the parlor. You can take up the issue of hospitality with the Duke himself.
Let me handle him. As soon as I have the key, we can signal the others.
My, what a big sword you have. Do they give those to all the chevaliers? So impressive.
Lovely party. Well?
He doesn't have it.
What?
He forgot he'd given the key to one of the servants. What kind of guard forgets that he's locked himself out of the castle?
No use standing here. Let's search.
Right. Nothing to worry about. This can still work. So let's find the servant. How many could there be?
Urge to kill rising.
Try one of the canapes. Clear that right up.
Please, make yourself at home.
Another caprice. How many of these are there, I wonder?
My word, has anyone ever told you you're the spitting image of the champion of Kirkwall?
I am the champion of Kirkwall.
Maker's breath, now I feel like an idiot. I should have realized. I'm Ban Tegan Guerin.
Who is this woman, Tegan?
I beg your pardon. Isolde, this is the champion of Kirkwall. Hawk, allow me to present our lesser Isolde.
Tegan, I must speak with you right now about the horrible thing Dulcie de Lancey said.
Of course. Please, excuse me, Monsieur Hawk. A pleasure to meet you. If you speak to Ban Perrin, I don't advise you to bring up the Chantry, or knickers. Yes, Isolde, I'll tell him the story about the undead. Please, excuse me, Syrah. Yes, Isolde, I'll tell him the story about the undead. Please, excuse me, Syrah.
My. I never thought you'd actually attend, champion.
I'm mingling, Elegant. What are you doing here?
The same, of course. If one wishes to secure the most exclusive business contracts, one must perfect that fine art. What do you think of the party so far?
Recommendations for people I should shut up?
The gentleman over there is Bantegan of Ferelden, younger brother of the Earl of Redcliffe. And of course, there's Lord Cyril, Duke Prosper's son.
Who are the worst in the crowd?
Do you see the two young ladies over there? That's Babette and Fifi de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey. Don't make eye contact. You'll thank me later.
I'll be happy when I can get out of here.
You're enduring this trial quite nobly, Hawk.
We should probably go mingle a bit more.
Right. Elegant.
Can I interest you in some Antivan olives? Or I have some smoked ham from the Androfels. They say it tastes of despair.
Wait, does it really? How can ham taste like despair? Why would anyone eat it if it did?
That's what the importer said. They all talk like that. This wine has notes of oak and springtime. This cheese tastes of sorrow.
I'm not here for the food.
No one is, Messer. This is the game. The catering is just a small part of it.
I don't suppose we could have a peek at the kitchens. I'd love to see this hopeless dish in all its glory.
I don't know. I shouldn't leave my post.
Just do it. We haven't got all night.
So ill-mannered. Don't you know how to play the game at all?
She's new to this. Come on. Later, you can tell the other servants that you snuck guests into the kitchen.
The upstairs maids will be so jealous when they find out. Very well. Follow me.
I know, right? They treat you like part of the furniture. I'm surprised they don't sit on it.
Avoid the cheese plate. Terrible. Have you got the key?
I'm usually better at this. She didn't have the key either. This isn't supposed to be so complicated.
So who does have this blighted key?
The servant says she gave it to the Duke's son, Lord Cyril. Let's find him and hope he didn't pass it on to his father. So, Lord Cyril.
You did well, Syrah. Perhaps there is a hunter in you after all.
Champion, what a surprise. Seneschal, dear, introduce me to your delicious friend.
Serendipity. This is Syrah Hawk.
Awkward. So, can we talk about something else now?
I think I've mingled enough over here.
Don't be a stranger.
Hawk, do you even know why you're picking these coins up?
Sister Nightingale?
Champion, it is good to see you again under less dire circumstances. Tallis?
Leliana, it's so lovely to see you again.
You look stunning this evening. Your hair is darling. Did you do it yourself?
I get the distinct impression you've met before.
Oh, briefly. A long time ago.
You meet all sorts of people in Orlais. It keeps life exciting.
We can't stand here all night talking about hair.
What a pity. Hawk is so impatient. We'll have to talk another time, Leliana.
You know, I really like those shoes.
Sometimes I wonder if we're at war with ourselves. Wherever I can get it, honey.
Put what you found to good use. I discovered more social interests.
Why are these coins in such weird places?
An excellent party.
It's Orlesian.
I'm sure.
Better not to know.
Champion! Oh, champion! Could you not have stopped Emile before he fell to such depravity?
He didn't actually become a blood mage, Lady Delancey. That was just a rumor.
A blood mage I could deal with. But this whore he's dallied with, she is insufferable. The horrors she's inflicted on our summer house in the name of decorating, it is an atrocity.
You're not responsible for her. Send her back to the Hanged Man.
I can't. Not until we know for certain if she is carrying Emile's child. If she is not, I'll cast her out at once. But if she is, Andraste knows it's likely to be my only grandchild.
What?
Mama, how could you say that? I cannot bear to think of this any longer. Good day, Messer.
Excellent. Join us, champion. We were just discussing your famous confrontation with the Kunari leader.
You must tell us the tale. It was the talk of Denerim for months.
You have never been to Chateau N, yes? Please, allow me to give you this caprice. It's an old custom. My mother spoke often of Leandra. They were great friends when they were young. It's a shame neither could be here.
Where are your knickers this time, Perrin?
Shut up, you painted shrew!
What entertaining manners our guests have. Don't you agree, Hawk?
Tallis here has been asking such fascinating questions about the garden, but I can't answer them.
I suppose I can do my duty for the family and show her around.
No, I don't have the cheese tray. You're mistaking me for... I was hoping we could just... Fine, I'll put that in the trash.
That wyvern blood has some kick, doesn't it?
This is officially my worst night ever.
Not Lord Cyril's type?
Maybe he just doesn't like elves. Or... women. Well, you've got one of those factors covered. He has the key. Go get it. What? It's your turn, Hawk. Go on.
This won't take long.
Just try not to make a mess of him, please? So good luck with that.
Thanks.
So is that it? That's the whole game?
Yes, I won.
Let's just get going.
Tell the elf that her pleas are for nothing. She's pretty enough, I suppose. No doubt there are some men who would like that sort of thing.
You have it! Tell me you have it.
What do you think?
Good, then we can find the... jewel and get this over with.
You don't sound that excited.
It's simply been a long time coming. That's all.
This jewel is that important to you?
Yes, I suppose it is. I want this part of my life finished.
This little plan of yours has been one problem after another.
Tell me about it. Let's just get into the chateau while we can.
All set.
What in the name?
There's no need for you to die today, friend. Just move on. You never saw us. You could have walked away.
Let's get this jewel and get out. Are you coming?
There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. Enough. We're here for the heart. I'd like to do this quietly, alert as few guards as possible. What do you think?
Waste of time. Head straight for the heart and make it help anyone who gets in our way.
Very well. If you insist. Let's move. And here we are. That could have been less trouble.
Shouldn't we get the others?
How? We have to do this while we have the chance.
Let's find this jewel of yours, then. What's the matter?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's simply find the jewel and be done with this.
What?
Let me try. Any more for me?
Ambrosia salad. That sounds good, doesn't it? Ambrosia.
What if... Others. I can't turn back. I have to do this.
What? There's something you aren't saying.
Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Sorry. Let's...
Done.
What does Babette want now?
Her tea was too cold.
Oh, of course. It's either too hot or too cold.
Or her bed's either too soft or too lumpy.
Nothing is ever just right with her. What a bitch.
Any more for me?
You didn't try the cheese, did you?
Are you joking? It tastes of despair. I'm not a madman. You dropped the pie.
I'm sorry, monsieur. It's all squashed while the hounds took a bite of it.
It's really not that bad. Just put it back on the plate and cover it up with some gravy.
That should do it.
This is it.
It's never as easy as it seems, is it?
I swear I didn't know. There must be some sort of switch.
Something wrong?
I don't know. Yes.
Don't fret, my dear.
Wonderful. It's not over yet.
But it is over. I knew who you were the moment you arrived. Assassin.
Assassin? I thought we were here to steal a jewel.
Then she didn't tell you. The elf is a Kunari.
You're Kunari? It's
complicated. can't believe I fell for this. Look, I came to stop the Heart from doing something we will all regret. She didn't. Leave her out of this.
And waste all the effort I spent luring you here before the Heart's arrival? Don't be foolish.
Asay hasatra mas.
Mas avas trasokolon. Take them away.
The elf was Kunari.
And the dwarf has no beard. I know, it made no sense to me either. Maybe they cut her horns off.
The Kunari are not a race. They are a religion. What I don't understand is why a Kunari agent would try to kill one of her own people. And why involve the champion?
Excellent questions.
I expect answers to match.
I live to please.
You're angry, aren't you? Look on the bright side. The Duke didn't have us killed. That's gotta be worth something, right? Unless he has something worse planned.
Why wait for the Duke? I can end this now.
I don't suppose you'd let me take my chances.
Give you an option to make up your own mind? Who does that?
Touché.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
I am sorry. This didn't work out like I'd planned. Obviously.
What was your plan exactly?
The one I expected to find is named Salit, a member of the Ben Hasrath, the Heart of the Many. I was told he's here to sell secrets to the Orlesians, and I came to stop him. I suppose I was misinformed.
So everything you told me was a lie?
Not everything.
So I just missed the part where you're one of the people I drove out of Kirkwall.
You don't need horns to embrace the Qun. What you need is a purpose, a belief in unity, in improving the lot, not only for your own people, but for everyone.
You're talking about butchers, out to destroy any sense of free will.
I'm talking about fighting to make things better.
By slaughtering anyone who disagrees with you.
Because your people are so much better, I suppose? No one oppressed, no one left starving? Being Qunari doesn't automatically mean you're a zealot. Most Qunari don't even understand humans, why you act like you do. But I grew up among you. I understand perfectly well.
Wait, aren't you here to kill someone for the Qunari?
I never said I was killing him for the Qunari.
So you're improving his lodge? Perhaps repeatedly?
I know it's not easy to understand. After what the Arishok did, I hardly blame you. But just tell me, can you honestly say there's nothing to improve? Nothing to strive for? We believe in striving together. We may stumble, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
I don't agree.
It's who I am. I joined the Ben Hasras because I felt it meant something. Means something.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
It's been a long time since I talked to anyone about it. I suppose it's not really prison cell conversation.
So you came here to stop this elite from betraying your people?
You probably won't believe me, but this isn't a political mission. It's personal.
What do you mean?
Salit was my best Rathari, the one who recruited me into the Ben Hasrath. My tutor. He's the one who saw my potential, convinced me that I could make a difference. It doesn't matter now.
But you said he was selling secrets.
He is. Or at least he intends to. One last act of defiance. I can't let him do that. Not when he'll hurt so many others in the process.
You mean he'll hurt other Qunari?
Not every Qunari is a soldier, you know.
There are tens of thousands of farmers, artisans, craftsmen, people who have never hurt anyone, people whose only crime is living. They don't deserve what he's going to do to them. But it's more than my duty to stop Salit. It is my moral obligation.
You mentioned the Heart of the Many before, but you said it was the name of the jewel.
It's also what Ben Hasrith means. Some people say we're enforcers, that keep the Qunari in line, but that's not it. It's hard to explain.
Try.
We're the soul of the Qun. We keep its spirit alive and protect it, from both outside and from within. Not every Qunari agrees, nor do they always do what is best for all. The Ben Hasrith remind us of our common goal.
That sounds very benevolent.
It's not always meant to end in violence. There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. I probably don't sound very convincing.
The way you're talking, it sounds like you're one of these Ben Hasrath.
I am, or I was. Whether I ever am again, I guess that remains to be seen.
Is that why you're here? To redeem yourself?
Not to them. Doubt is the path one walks to reach faith. To leave the path is to embrace blindness and abandon hope.
Another Qunari proverb?
She who swallows wisdom in tiny chunks avoids choking.
So did you really involve me just because I had an invitation?
You were the only one on the invitation list who wasn't a personal friend of the Montfort family. And you're also the champion of Kirkwall, and a Ferelden with no reason to love Orlais.
And what was going to happen when all this was over?
I thank you. We go our separate ways.
You thought I was that stupid?
Truth? You're not exactly what I was expecting. I've heard a few stories about you. They don't quite do you justice.
Bloody Varric.
Perhaps if I'd done my homework, I would have known more about you. Given you the respect you deserve. Nothing I could do about it now.
You were misinformed. Clearly the mark of a skilled Qunari agent.
And there I was, making fun of the crows, too.
Just where do you get your information?
I read about it on the wall of a latrine. What can I say? Apparently the I was tricked thing is going around. The first order of business is getting out of here before His Grace decides we would taste good in the soup. Or whatever he has planned. Any ideas?
We wait for a rescue.
I think we've been through here before.
Now that you mention it, we have seen that chipped cornice a few times, haven't we?
All right, don't panic. Every other time I've gotten very lost, Hawk has found me.
Meryl, I don't think she can rescue us before we rescue her.
That's it. I'm officially tired of waiting to be rescued.
Why didn't you just do that before?
You said your friends were coming.
I'm so glad to see you. Rescuing is a lot harder than Varric's books make it out to be.
So, back through the castle then?
There's a better way than fighting through the Duke's entire army. I'll show you.
Oh. You'll be glad we found your equipment, at least.
Then we should head for the caves. That's the way out I planned to take us through originally.
I might.
Oh, caves. I like caves.
No, you don't, Meryl.
Oh, right. Giant creepy spiders and things live in caves. What am I thinking of then? Ruins?
It's up to you which way you want to go, Hawk. I'll help you either way. Any more for me?
Bless you.
Please help me, my lady. My eternal thanks.
I've got almost a whole cookbook. Do you suppose one of the sisters will loan me a few pads? Is that a map among the pages? Where did that come from?
Remarkably lifelike statues. They even smell lifelike. Remarkably lifelike statues. They even smell lifelike. See? Caves. Just like I said. Ooh, it looks a bit spooky, doesn't it?
How did you know about this?
I stole plans from the Fourth Blight. This was a retreat, they called it. At any rate, there's an exit that leads out onto the mountainside. That's your way out. Got everything from the chateau? The way those rocks look, I don't want to test this path more than once.
Done with my hospitality already, are we? Such a shame.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
I agree. Thankfully, I have an opportunity to rectify that mistake.
Just let her go, Prosper. It's me you want.
What I want is to ensure you cannot further hinder my plans. Do your job and kill them, Jason. Is that not why I keep you around?
That is it! Hold them! I'm releasing the pets!
We're getting out this way now.
We'll have to go back down and through the caves I mentioned before. Although I wonder why the Duke's bodyguard ran off like that.
He didn't want to die.
I suppose we'll find out soon enough. treasure vaults. Wonder what Prosper keeps in here.
My bow will make it.
Go down!
Maybe I'm going crazy, but there is something odd about that painting. What do you think, Hawk? I think if you put the right runes in there, it'll make them into something new. we're supposed to flip them all like that. Well, that's Orlesian.
Glad my clan never camped here.
Now we know where the ghasts came from.
We'll have to fight through them. At least they'll slow down the Duke's men as well.
This has to be where the map leads.
There's a lake? In the middle of the mountain?
The retreat needed to house hundreds of people during the Blight, if not thousands. Can't do that without fresh water.
But it's an entire lake.
Oh, that. I have no idea. That's odd. I could swear there was... Trust me.
Talus!
The Circle are not the only ones who know how to break a mage.
You're prepared to die for a man like Prosper?
I do not fight for him. The Duke is a fool. His enemy is a posturing, guileless lot. But you are worth testing. Prosper can fight his own battles, and I shall choose mine.
Shot too. You didn't think I was leaving, did you?
You'd left.
Nonsense. I found a way around. I said I'd get you out of here, and I meant it. Let's keep going. The exit can't be much further. So, this is the retreat. The Grey Wardens built it, I understand.
I'm surprised it's not full of Darkspawn then.
We're not out of danger yet.
I wonder if there's something we can learn from the Kunari. Have you seen how loyal they are? Even the least member has the faith of a dedicated brother.
Are you leaving me to join the Qun?
Never. I wonder what it takes to convince so many people that you have all the answers.
The way out. I knew you'd find it, Hawk.
And there's the way out. See? I told you I had a plan. It was a good plan. The kind that had an escape and everything.
Should lead out to the mountainside.
So you could go. There are, however, other options.
After this mess you got me into.
I know you think I lied to you. Well, I did lie to you, but I'm hoping you can look past that. What Salit is going to do will harm so many innocents. My people, as well as yours. It's my duty to stop him. Even so, I can't do it alone. Not anymore.
After everything you've already done, why would I help you again?
Because I've got your nose.
The Qun taught you that?
If I were following the Qun, I would actually have your nose. I suppose that doesn't help. If I had my way, you would never have been this involved in the first place.
Seems like I should repay you for almost getting me killed. With interest.
Harsh, but fair. So, is that a no?
Explain what's so terrible about Salit's plan.
I can't. Not completely. And yes, I know. That's a hard sell. The information Salit plans to turn over to Orlais won't just hurt Qunari, however. It will harm anyone living in Qunari lands. Even those who fled the Qunari of any race will be condemned to persecution forever.
I'm waiting to hear why I should care what happens to these people.
Because they're people. They're not just religious fanatics or enemies or strangers. I'm not here on some directive from the Qun. I came... Salit was declared Tal-Vashath, but they didn't deem intervention worthwhile. I couldn't agree. I had to try.
Doesn't that make you Tal-Vashath as well?
No. The Ben Hasrath didn't order me not to do this, but here I am anyway. I was trying to earn my way back into their good graces. This probably won't help.
Why? What did you do?
It's not easy being an elf in the Qun. You're not born to it like they are. I've struggled to find that peace, that certainty. I know it's there. I just keep falling short. What about you? Have you ever been a part of something bigger than just yourself?
I'll tell you when I find it.
The Qunari have a vision of what life should be like. Free from pain and fear and doubt. You see tyranny, and I see caring and interest in the welfare of all. Yes, it could be better, but so could human indifference and cruelty. Or do you disagree?
Saying the Qunari could be better is an understatement.
Maybe. What Salit does won't help. It'll only make things worse.
What did you have in mind, exactly?
Well, we could go back, maybe have some tea with the Duke, get to know one another. Then, just as he starts to trust us, you slip a bag over his head, and we drag him to Antiva.
This is how you convince me.
Or, we could find out when Salit is arriving, and stop him before it's too late.
You don't actually think you can finish your mission?
Alone? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. Some things are worth dying for.
You've made your argument. What am I supposed to do with it?
Whatever you decide. I'd be a fool to have a reluctant partner at my back. I don't want to test that threat you made, but this is too important. I hope you see that.
I'm so glad you invited me. I needed to get away from Kirkwall for a while.
Hawk, please.
Are we going to leave her to do this alone? I'm so glad you invited me. I needed to get away from Kirkwall for a while.
The guards will be right behind us.
Hawk? Have you ever... Haren Pyvel used to tell stories about Withens.
What kind of stories?
The never go to the mountains where they hunt because whole Dalish clans have vanished sort. They never had happy endings. Except for the Wyvern chicks, I guess. It's so exciting to be out of Kirkwall. It seems we haven't left there in ages.
I suppose.
Oh, I needed this break. I was starting to think every part of Kirkwall looked alike. Ruins? I love ruins. Except for the spiders and the undead, I suppose.
Everyone, stay sharp.
No!
Is that all you got?
Let's get this over with, Canary, before your assassins find us. Already I regret agreeing to spare them.
I have chosen my path. That choice should not...
Farshera! I am here to facilitate your deal with the Empress. Nothing more. Well, names, Your Grace. It's a list of names. What is the meaning of this?
You asked for a weapon. I am providing it.
We expected the formula for black powder, dreadnought plans, a map of Cunandar, anything. This is useless. Your Grace. Champion. I should have known you would turn up.
I'm just trying to leave. Stay out of my way.
And I suppose I should let you go. A thief who tried to rob my home.
If you're smart.
Tell us.
Well, Salit, now that I have your weapon, how else will you betray yourself?
You should not have come. This path is mine alone. Go, while you still can.
None of you are going anywhere.
Kill them all!
You never have something like that! parting gift, dear friends.
On my command!
Keep away from me! The Empress will hear of this. Orlais will burn Kirkwall to the ground. All of you will die screaming. I swear it!
And who is going to tell her?
You wouldn't dare!
Wouldn't I?
Atash Varin Kata. If the Duke only knew what he nearly had in his grasp. I was halfway back up the mountain before I found someone who told me where the Duke was. Ironic that it happened to be where you were headed. But that does fit pretty well with your life, I guess.
You didn't mention that Salit was a friend of yours.
He trained me. I suppose, in a way, he saved me. I owed him a better death.
It seems like this is when we discuss a reward.
All right. Something specific in mind?
You'd better have something in mind.
You're cute when you get that look. Yes, that one. Here. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit, and be back before anyone was the wiser. I suppose nothing ever goes like we plan, does it? Take it, Hawk. I'll try to stay out of your hair from now on, but I can't promise anything.
Let me guess. You haven't seen Talus since that day.
A safe assumption, given her nature.
And who is left to appease Orlais after a duke's murder at the hands of the champion of Kirkwall?
Well, not by choice, if that helps. And there's the business of Prosper inviting the whole affair, possibly under orders from Empress Celine. Imagine the scandal if that was known.
If you believe a Kunari agent.
Well, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I don't know why Hawk didn't kill Talus. I suppose the elf did have her nose. Whatever the reason, I doubt it's the last we've seen of her. But what do I know? I just tell stories.